I got to do this more often. Okay. So we've got our kanji here. Someone's at the door. Could it be Santa Claus?
Possibly.
All right. So let's look. First is kuruma.
Santa Claus.
Oh, you're a Santa.
Oh, little tiny Santa.
Okay. I'm live right now.
Sorry.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then 7. Notice that this line is about the same as the box, and when it comes to width, whereas this line's a little bit wider. And this is used, of course, as kuruma, but it's also used for a lot of different sha. So we've got den sha, which is train, and that's den sha. We've got, let's see here. I'm doing the stroke order wrong, but kisha. Kisha is ki is steam, so kisha is steam locomotive. Then we've got this one right here, which is G10, which means to roll, and then sha. G10 sha, this is bicycle. This is bike. Let me just work bike. Okay, and then the last one is G. What's that sound? Jidosha, which means self-powered vehicle, which is another word for. Nope.
Electric.
Nope.
Manual.
Car. Jidosha. Jidosha is another word for car, right? Most Japanese will just say kuruma, but these are some examples of words using sha. So densha, kisha, jitensha, jidosha, right? Not written the most cleanly, but we get the idea.
So it's just car.
Jidosha is car, jitensha is bike. But you notice that in both of these, you've got ji, which means by itself, and you've got sha, which means cart or car. The only difference is these two, and so don't confuse them. Do, this right here is 10, which means to roll, or so 10 means to roll, right? So self-rolling vehicle, whereas do is the kanji for ugoku. Ugoku means to move, so self-moving car. And that's kuruma or jidosha. Any questions about that one? Yes. Pardon? No, this means bike. This means car. It's like the technical word for car. Most people refer to car as kuruma, and that's very common, like watashi no kuruma, anata no kuruma, Toyota no kuruma, right? But jidosha is kind of like automobile. It's like the technical word for it.
So what should we do with vehicle?
Just remember kuruma. Yeah, I'm just showing you different ways that it's used. Okay. So that's that there. Note, this is the last line that you draw. So a lot of people have the tendency to go like this, and that's not the way you do kuruma. You have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, whatever. And then the last one is that line that goes down. It really doesn't look good unless you write it like that. Okay, so there's kuruma. One of my favorite characters from TV comedy is actually the symbol. His name is Kuruma, Kuruma, Kuruma. Kuruma Mitsude Todoroki. So his name is Todoroki. This is actually a kanji symbol. This means, what kind of noise do you think that makes? Okay, well, think about it in horse carts. you have like 3 horse carts all together and they're all going. It's the symbol todoroku, which means to rumble. Todoroku. So this is to, do, ro, ku. Todoroku is to rumble, like that kind of sound. Okay, so with that done, let's move on to the next one. All right. The next one is boom or mong. So this one, notice that it goes this way first and then that way, right? Boom or mong. This is the map symbol for schools. And Japanese will use all these little kanji symbols in their maps. Do you know what the one for Buddhist temple is?
No.
Can I draw it?
Of course.
I
Yes.
don't know if I can draw it.
Is it hard?
Oh, it's this.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's the symbol for Buddhist temple.
Yeah.
Of course, it's a swastika.
Yeah, right. It doesn't make any, like, I remember when I went to Japan the first time, I was like, what? And then it kind of made sense because that's where it comes from, Buddhism or Zoroastrianism or wherever. Okay, so this is Bun. So Bungaku is the study of literature, culture, right? Writing. And so my degree is in English literature. So that is a bungaku. So that's the same A as eigo, right? A bungaku. Let me give you a question since you know this kanji already. This is called ten mong, using the other pronunciation, gaku. What does that mean? Anyone know? Ten mong gaku. Let's look at the first symbol. What is it? Very good. Sky, and then we got the symbols. And then the study. What's that the kanji for? Anyone?
Like the weatherman.
No, actually, she got it right the first shot. It's astronomy. Tenmongaku is the word for astronomy. So notice, no, we've got three kanji put together that you guys know. We know ten, we know mon, and we know gaku, or study. So tenmongaku is astronomy. Okay? And there's one irregular reading, and that's this one that you probably need to know. And this is moji. Moji means letter, like individual letter, moji. Okay, moji means letter. Oops. Okay. So that's bun. And let's segue into G, which is the next one. Just notice that your third stroke is going to be this way. Your fourth stroke is going to be this way. And the tendency is to do this one first, but it's actually 1, 2, 3, 4, right? Ten mong,
And they just
or
cross.
boom. Yeah, they cross. They almost look like it. Anyone ever watched like the Blair Witch Project? Okay, it kind of looks like the little witch, the little witches that they would make, right?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So next is G. Oops. Oops. G. Now, let me ask you a question. We know this is symbol, right? G. We know moji already. We know emoji. Let's give you a quiz. What does this mean? This is su, pronounced su. What is this? Suji. Can you remember a subject that begins with su? Su. What? Correct. So what do you think this means? This is character, and this is math. So what would that mean? Think of it very simple. What? We have moji, which are letters, and these are
Oh, variable?
numbers. So this is the kanji for number. Suji, right? Suji. And we've already discussed kanji. Of course, we know this one. What is that? That's ro, ma.
Romantic.
What's it?
Yeah.
The English, Japanese written in English, right? Okay. And so that's what G is right there. G. So that's all letters. We know this one already. What is it? Oh, poop. Okay. So home. Yes. Yes.
Evan Smith to the front office here return.
He is in the nurse's office right now.
Okay, thank you.
Yes, ma'am. This is home, and it's also moto, which is very common in last names. So like Kawamoto, Matsumoto, one of my favorite comedians, which literally means the origin of pine tree. Kawamoto, Matsumoto, Morimoto. There's just so Nishimoto, so originating in the West. There's just so many names with moto in it, and that's why you do need to learn the moto part, because that is very important with last names. There's just so many last names with moto. Also home, so nihon, and also the book home. So book itself. Okay, right there. That's the symbol for it. So if you see it alone, you know it's talking about a book. If you see it in concert with another kanji, you know it's something else. But alone, it is book or home. All right. Man, we got a lot of time here. Okay, so next is this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now I made a kind of a little mistake here. I have to erase this little part right there, and I got to rewrite it. Why? Because there's another kanji written like that, and this one is kaku, or every. It means every. This is na, or mei, or myo. Okay, but be aware that there's another kanji that looks a lot like na, name, okay, but it has a completely different meaning. So for example, if I were to put next to it eki, or train station, and you saw these two symbols together, how often do you think that the train would stop? Anybody? So say you're getting on a train. You want the express train, right? You want to go straight to Tokyo. You're in Yokohama. Would you get on this train?
No,
No, why not?
yes.
Because you'd be going to every station on the train line, right? So that's one reason that you have to kind of know this is kakueki. That word kakueki means, and you'll see it, this kanji, it means it stops at every station. And if you know anything about Japanese trains, that's the worst train to ride. You always want to ride the Tokyu, the fast ones. Okay, so going back to name, of course, we know this one. What's that? It's on every one of your forms. Namae. Namae, right? Name. Okay, and then we're going to write the symbol for arimasu, right? Arimasu, that's the ari in arimasu. And we're going to write may here. So this is you may or famous, right? You may. Okay, and these two are the ones that you see it used the most. You may and namae. Okay, any questions about that one? Real simple, right? Just make sure you don't mix up the two, this one with this one. I remember when I was starting out Japanese, I always mix them up. I wish someone was there to help me, but nobody did. Or what is my screen doing here? Okay. Oops, no. There we go. All right, trying to finish this up on time. This one is chikara. Important note, this is first. Okay, a lot of people will draw like this. And they'll draw this one first. This goes first, this second. It's supposed to be a representation of a pictograph of a male arm, like flexing. Okay, I don't know how that ever got there.
Wait. I think it's because it's like.
Okay,
like
yeah.
The shape.
Yeah, I don't even know how they did it either, but this is used for any kind of power. So if we put den, electricity, that's electrical power, den ryoku. Sometimes you see it as a boy's name as well. So boy's first name. A lot of times you'll see chikara as the name, just like manabu, which we're about to see. And this is used for any type of power or strength. So den ryoku, I'm trying to think of something else. Yeah, like jiryoku, one's own power. Baryoku, horsepower. So anyway, this is ryoku, and then this is also, oh, that's right. There's also this one here. This is pronounced rikishi. And this means what? What's the most powerful type of guy in Japan? Real big. Rikishi is exactly sumo wrestler. So literally power man. Okay, notice how this is different than dirt, than tsuchi. Okay, notice how this is longer than the bottom. Whereas with tsuchi, the bottom is long, right? So this is literally supposed to be a man with hands extended, right? Like that. So that's rikishi. Okay. And then next, it extends to the second page, is gaku. We've done enough with this one. Gaku. I think I made a mistake when I did moji before. I accidentally wrote gaku. So notice the difference between the two. Okay, here's moji or oops. This one is mon or bun. This is gaku. It's also the verb manabu. Manabu, or to learn. And it's also common, if you see it alone, it's the boy's name, Manabu, right? And this gaku is used for any type of study. So, I mean, Nihon Bungaku, Japanese cultural study. Kagaku, science. Sugaku, math, right? It's used for any type of study, and it's linked with this kanji. Oops, I can't even write it right. It's linked with this kanji, which is ko. And that's its only pronunciation. Right? Ko. So this symbol in ko means to mix. I guess under a tree. I don't know. Maybe they taught stuff under trees back in the day. But that's a way to remember it. And that's your gakko. So any study will have that kanji. Notice the difference of the ji and gaku. So ji or moji, the ji, let's write it right. Ji only has one thing, gaku has three. Okay. Okay, and I think I'm going to stop there and continue tomorrow with this because I've got some stuff that I have to do on email. Any questions?
The only homework we have is the kanji sheet, correct?
Due to Thursday, yeah.
To Thursday? Oh,
Thurs-
next Thursday.
Next Thursday.
Okay.
Okay, and that's the end of first grade. Yay, team.
I
Right.
have a question.
Yeah.
Does the American Idol, do you